Hey folks, welcome. My name is Jeff Cockrell, Dale Carnegie Master Trainer, Certified High Performance Coach, founder of Veteran Academy, where we help veterans break the code on success in the civilian world and then help equip them for that mission. Also the founder of Coaching Mastery Community, where we help coaches increase their impact by building coaching mastery and business mastery within a supportive community. And welcome to day 22 of our 60-day Dale Carnegie Challenge, where every day I show up and talk about one of Dale Carnegie's principles. Give you a little story, a couple of insights, and challenge you on 3 different ways that we might employ that principle today. And welcome to day 22. I love these principles because now we start transitioning into leadership. I remember standing in front of the group and I said, folks, I got to tell you, 3 weeks ago I was headed here and it was raining, and I texted my colleague, said, look, I'm going to be right on time, right at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'd like you there a few minutes early, but 7 o'clock I'm there. And we start the program at 8. And he texted me back and he said, did you not get my voicemails or my texts? Well, no, I hadn't. I mean, I had taught a class the night before. I came home, I was tired, went to sleep, got up, got ready, and just got on the way. Well, I live in Dallas, and it was 63 degrees in the morning and raining, and it was going to freeze that night, which meant, of course, that it was going to be a sheet of ice with snow on top of it. And so this company, which is all about safety, that's what they do. They said, in the interest of safety, we are canceling this program because the second day, it will be too hazardous for people to travel here. So I turned around and went back. But I led off with that story and I said, it is so nice to work with a company that is congruent with their values. And I know they hire really good people too, so I'm excited to work with all of you because I've been doing this for almost a decade with this company, and it's always an exceptional group of people. And then we started our program. Now, high impact presentations is 2 days just on presenting, and it is challenging. And they were 2 excellent programs. And a big part of that is because I set the context by using principle number 1, which is to begin with praise and honest appreciation. And so often what happens is people think that means, oh, I've got to go correct someone's behavior, so I'll do the praise sandwich. I'm going to tell them something that they're doing well. Here's where you're messing up, and here's something else you're doing good. The problem is, if we never praise them, if we don't typically do that, it seems insincere. Most of the time it is, because we're thinking about it on a way like, okay, what can I plug into the praise piece? And we find some superficial thing, something we think they'll like to hear, and then we can hammer them on the thing we want to make. We want the change we want them to make, and then we can tell them something nice to make ourselves feel good. And what happens is they don't pay attention to the bread. They just focus on the brown stuff in the middle. And it does a couple of things. One is it makes them less likely to actually take that action. And second, it just begins to destroy the trust that they have, because if we're not praising them on a regular basis, if we're not showing appreciation, then anytime we do that, it's viewed as manipulation. Okay, there's something else coming. There's the other shoe is going to drop. And so, I mean, think back the first 3 principles. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Give honest, sincere appreciation. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Those are 3 fundamentals Dale Carnegie talked about. And if we're going to be leading people, those need to be uppermost in our mind. And then we apply these principles like begin with praise and honest appreciation. Because begin does not mean just in this interaction. Leadership is about creating an environment. It's not just one interaction with somebody. It's a long-term thing. And so if we're giving praise and honest appreciation on a regular basis, then when we get to this person and we want to have this specific conversation, we can legitimately begin with praise. Yesterday, you had a customer that you dealt with. My gosh, they were tough. You did a great job. You were really, really professional. And so there's some other areas that I think, if we take a look at them, we can raise them to the same standard. That's a very different conversation than, hey, you were really professional the other day. You need to do these things better. And, I really appreciate the fact you take good care of our customers. So be sincere, be specific, and be consistent with it. Because the beginning is not just now, it's the beginning. Which brings us to our 3 challenges for the day. How do we apply this? Well, first off, if you haven't been praising people, start. Start, because then when you do it, it'll be easier. Second thing, is check your intentions. Sometimes we get so frustrated that we just want them to change. We'll say anything to get past their defenses, to manipulate them into making that change. If that is the way you're feeling, it is not going to work. It is not going to work. It's going to come across as manipulative, and ultimately it's going to begin to damage the relationship, the trust that is so critical for being an effective leader. And finally, if we're going to be giving praise, be thinking about, okay, is this praise legitimate? Am I just filling in the blank, or is this something they legitimately deserve to be praised for? It can be something you've already said, but it really needs to be legitimate. So pick one of those, give it a shot, tell us what happens. And by the way, this is all available at jeffcockrell.com. So if you want, go there, click on the link that says 60-Day Dale Carnegie Challenge. These principles will roll out to you every day, and you'll always have access to them. As long as you're subscribed, you'll always have access to them. I don't spam. I won't sell your information. And by the way, if there are other people that you think this would be valuable for, they're either Dale Carnegie graduates and they're thinking, how do I keep this stuff top of mind? Send them this way. Or if there are people you think, these principles would make their life easier, and certainly make my life easier dealing with them, send them over. It's a great refresher. It's also a great introduction. In the meantime, folks, remember that as we lead people, we really have a chance to elevate them, elevate their performance, elevate their thought processes, elevate them as individuals. And we do that, we really are knocking them alive.